I play cricket because I enjoy it, no matter whether I am on the winning side or the losing side, or whether the game ends in a draw. I always manage to extract some enjoyment out of the game. Sir Frank Worrell. The Pinjarra Cricket Club have started a tradition of touring the globe playing local teams in friendly games. In 2012, the club embarked on a tour of the Caribbean, including Barbados, Antigua and St. Lucia. However, before the team begin their Caribbean tour, they relax and enjoy the sights of Las Vegas. The team have landed in the beautiful island of Barbados. The Pinjarra boys are playing their first game of cricketing against Maxwell Cricket Club.
Welcome to Bear Hall Cricket Club, really. It's a pleasure having you all here. I hope that you really will enjoy this year here, as most people like this ground. And I hope that everything will go well. You will enjoy every part of it.
The boys have lost their first game, but are eager to watch the Australian team take on the West Indies in the first day of the Test match. It's a memorable day for the team, who then explore cricket history in the Hall of Fame, where they meet some of the legends in West Indies cricket. Desmond Haynes explains the rise in the West Indies cricketing power.
1975-76, you guys just demoralized us. In order to win Test matches, you've got to have 4 fast bowlers. You've got to bowl a lot of short balls. Whenever we look at Australian model, we realize that Australia, because of the way how they play the cricket, has made West Indies strong for that period from 1976. You know what I mean? After losing to Australia, for 15 years after we dominate world cricket. So again, that's why we thank Australia, and we hope that, we'll never, I personally don't think that we'll ever get back to our halcyon days. It's very, very difficult to be the best cricket nation in the world.
Former West Indies fast bowler Charlie Griffith reflects on the role of cricket in his early days.
Really meant a lot to me. Even growing up, when I was growing up, really, I used to picture myself playing cricket for Barbados or the West Indies. And when I was fortunate enough to make the West Indies team, I was very happy because I grew up playing cricket. We played cricket in the streets. We played cricket, playing fields. Wherever we could play cricket, we played cricket. And cricket was very close to my heart. We used to play cricket with bats made out of all types of wood. Balls made out of all types of different things, like getting nick balls, and playing with rubber line compass, and playing with all sorts of things, before you move up to the grade of playing with a cricket ball. And therefore, you came along probably too. It was not probably many things in those days that you could do different playing cricket. And therefore, that's what really happened.
And finally, Sir Wes Hall explains just how much cricket means to the West Indies.
I think it's the greatest game in the world. And, to West Indians, it means a lot to us. I mean, it's really microcosm of our life. I'm here, we made our mark playing cricket, so I think it means more to us than most other countries.
Inspired by watching the Australian team and meeting the legends, the team head to Antigua for their second match. They're against local team Liberta Cricket Club at Foulmouth Oval. Sir Viv Richards comes along to watch the match.
My earliest memory being my father. My father used to represent the country, and when you do so, as a kid, you're always in your curious stages. He would bring his bats and pads, and you'd take them up, and sometimes the pads themselves would be much taller than you. And those were the early stages, and seeing and hear also my father discuss the game at length and his love for it also. I could only imagine that what I did achieve on the cricket field was all due to his hard labor. I was bearing the fruit, and I was just happy to know that. It means a lot because coming from this small part of West Indies itself, Antigua and Barbuda, it is something that you obviously grew up with. It was something which in your blood. The legendary guys who went by before, and as a kid, you would pay a lot of attention to that. The heroes and people who were helping to make a difference to society and the way in which we lived in the region. So I guess it means a lot because it brings the Caribbean folk together in a big way. And what can be better when you have a game that can transcend so much love where people are concerned around the region. So I guess it does have a significant meaning. Play as hard as you can and give as much as you can. And at the end of it, you can still be a man and have a drink. And this is what I've always appreciated. And no one does it better than in Australia.
It's another loss for the boys, but that's soon forgotten when they meet Kirtley Ambrose.
Well, on behalf of the Liberty Sports Club, we prepared something for you guys. This is a shirt. We believe they can give you a better fight. The West Indies female team.
The Pinjarra boys are keen for a win against the local team at Pickett's, so they recruit Willie from their previous match to join them in Game 3. And finally they have a win.
It's been a long journey since India in 2009. Now we finally got one, we're going to be very happy.
Full of winning confidence, the team head to their final cricketing destination, St Lucia. But are met with an unwelcome sight for any cricket game.
Welcome to Game 4 of our tour here, which brings us to St Lucia. We've come off the back of a couple of clouds here and at Mondo Philippe, and it is wet.
With the sun back out, Game 4 commences.
I want to welcome Pinjarra Cricket Club. Right, and it's the first Aussie team to visit our show. So I know we might be a little disappointed in terms of the result, but I think at the end of the day, cricket is what was the winner here today. We wanted to have a good game.
It's another loss for the team, but win or lose, the passion for cricket spreads deep throughout the West Indies.
We love our cricket very much because we start playing it at a very early age, and most of us wouldn't play for the West Indies, but we still enjoy playing the game because we love it.
We live cricket, we breathe cricket, we grew up on cricket, it's our lifeline. Everybody loves cricket. I mean, the major line's been taking a downturn, but from grassroots all the way up, we're rebuilding, and there's a genuine love for cricket.
Will the team be able to prove themselves in the last game at Mondo Philippe? team have a much needed win and celebrate St. Lucia style.
From you never lie with another man in a bed. Tell them it's a nothing no go so. And you never sex a girl when she on a cold bread. Tell them it's a nothing no go so. And you never build a shoulder muscle with your third leg. Tell them it's a nothing no go so. No girl never kiss him after she don't give you head. Tell them it's a nothing no go so. Well in a bed with man and woman should have organ caress. So fire burn the people where they with the same sex. No matter how you honey and no matter how you desk. No girl no fi use your cocky as no cortex. Much less for your attention to check your one to get a fix. Them won't go through the buck up when you have to take a piss. And you know one no girl fi come and kiss you on your lips. After she tongue did a little below your hips. No you never tell your friend to save yourself from the feds.
The cricket tour has come to an end, but before the team make the long journey back home, they enjoy a quick stopover in Hawaii, where they celebrate a successful tour with a scenic helicopter ride and a trip to Pearl Harbor.
The ship was tied up in Tokyo Harbor for this surrender. The Japanese boarded on the starboard side of the ship, walked around, came up the same ladder you and I just came up. They were at that end, faced, looking this way. Up that ladder and inside was General MacArthur. He poked his head out at 0900 when this thing was supposed to have started to see if the Japanese were in position. They weren't, so he poked himself back in, deciding if anyone waited on anyone, they could wait on us. The war was over. They were going home. Some hadn't been home for years. Some had children they had never seen. This was just one of those days you couldn't put into words.
The team pay their respects to the fallen heroes of World War II as they travel through Pearl Harbor, visiting sites of the Arizona and Missouri.